If you started working recently, here are 5 strategies that you can use to help you stand out and be unstoppable in your first 90 days. My name is Mofoluwaso Ilevbare. I'm a leadership and peak performance coach. And one of the things that I teach is strategies on how to be unstoppable at work and life. Your first day at work is a very important one. Some people get anxious, some people are over-prepared, and some are under-prepared. But how can you stand out in your first 90 days without putting too much pressure on yourself? Number 1, clarify your expectations. Spend some time with your manager asking open-ended questions that help you to get to know him or her better. Ask them about their life. What led them to where they've been? What is the biggest lesson they've learned in the last 90 days? As a valuable member of the team, what will they be looking forward to? You can ask them who your key stakeholders will be and write down the names. The second thing you can do is have a journal. There's something about writing down because in your first 90 days, you're going to be soaking up a lot of information. Some will be jargons that you don't even understand. But when you write them down, you can come back to it at a later date when it all makes sense. The journal can also help you to write down important facts that people are sharing with you during the onboarding process. It could be personal information about themselves, their families, their pets, the places they would love to visit. When you make those connections at a later date, it shows that you remembered and you listened while you had that conversation. Another thing you should create is your own personal 90-day action plan. Yes, your manager will probably give you one for the team. Every single day you spend in that organization, you're beginning to build your own personal brand. One of the lessons I learned quite late in my career is how important it is to make sure that you're creating the image that you would love to project. It doesn't mean that you're faking it, but it means that you are aware about how you're being perceived by other people. I would find out who are the people that need to know me in the next 90 days. Who are the people that I need to know in the next 90 days? What is one quick win that I can do or implement as a valuable member of the team in the next 90 days? And when I write that down, I start to create a list. You create a list of these critical stakeholders, and then I would schedule some time in their calendars. I usually go for a 15 minutes coffee chat because, who would say no to 15 minutes? If it's about an hour or more, people might start thinking about their schedules and how busy it is. But when you put in a 15 minutes coffee chat, a lunch connect, little things like that, you will start to find people who are available to have a conversation with you. And in order to make sure you're not wasting their time, be very clear about why you're there. Introduce yourself. Why do they love working in this place? What's a project they're working on at the moment? And if there's one thing they could change in the organization, what would it be? Take notes. And as you do that, reflect on your notes on Friday of every week and see if there are any patterns that you're beginning to see with most of the conversations you're having. You will find out that there will be some of them that you might have a solution to, or you might get into your next team meeting and you can ask the questions related to that. It shows people that you care and that you value what they're after. Another thing you can do is to make sure that every Friday you measure your energy tanks. We all receive energy and give out energy every time when we speak, when we interact, whatever we're doing. In your first 90 days, you don't want to get burnt out. So I know you want to put in your whole effort into the work. But remember, if you don't feel great, you can't give from an empty cup. Be kind to yourself. Measure your energy tanks on a Friday when you're going for the weekend. Which of these tanks has been depleted? Is it my higher purpose spiritual tank? Is it my mental tank, emotional tank, financial tank, physical tank, relationship tank? Which tank has been depleted so you can fill up your gas before Monday? And lastly, don't forget, you were hired because you carry value. So when you go to work every morning, tell yourself, I bring value into this workplace. Interact with your colleagues with that approach. I bring value. And by learning from them as well, you get to increase your value in the workplace. What else have you tried in your first 90 days? There might be someone who is reading or watching this. So go ahead and put in the comment section, and I'm sure it will be a blessing to other people. Be unstoppable.